Can we replicate motion graphics from After Effects for free with CAPCUT? So here's the thing, guys. A few days ago, some subscriber of mine sent me this video from YouTube. He also asked me if I could do something similar in CAPCUT for free. Well, I did it, and even better. This means that today, I'm going to show you not only how to recreate a video that this subscriber sent me, but also how to create it for free in CAPCUT. I encourage you to watch the whole video, because you'll find some shortcuts that will make your life easier. At the end of the video, you'll get 3 insider tips to make it even better. So stay tuned for more. If you've seen a tutorial of mine before, you know that the first step is always to import your elements that we're not creating in CAPCUT from Canva. So to not waste any time, I'll show you a list of all the elements you need right now on the screen. You can either pause the video or take a screenshot of it. Let's continue with the video. We're going to do the first rat animation now. Import the rat into the timeline. Scale it to 120%. Set the Y position to -600. And remove the background. Go to the CAPCUT feature, Remove Background, and apply Chroma Key to remove the background. After that, increase the intensity up to 50%. Let's add an animation like in the original video. Add the zoom in animation from the section In Animations. Decrease the duration by 0.2 seconds. So far, so good. Let's import the square. Move 15 frames forward. To do this much faster, you could move 10 frames at once. Just click on Shift and the right arrow key. Now import the square and scale it to 170%. Set its X position to 500 and Y position to 300. Or you can move it yourself with the mouse. Add a zoom in animation to the square with a value of 0.2 seconds. After that, press on the video below, go to where the zoom in animation from the square ends, and cut the rat video there. To make it easier for you, press Ctrl and B to cut it. After you've done that, click on the left shorter clip and go to Out Animations. Choose the flip animation with a duration of 0.2 seconds. Then select the second rat clip. Go into Animations. Choose the flip animation with 0.2 seconds duration and click on Mirror. Let's take care of the next square. Duplicate the square by holding Alt and dragging it up. Go 10 frames forward and place the other square there. Let's do some magic. Start by making the in animation for the new square. First of all, press a keyframe on position. Go 10 frames forward and set X to -500. Then go 5 frames backward and add a keyframe on scale. Now go 5 frames forward and set the scale to 250. Well done so far. Let's make the big square glow like in the video. For this, go to Effects and choose some glow effect you prefer. I'll go with this one for now. Looks cool, doesn't it? For the next step, please pay attention to where the glow animation begins and don't make any moves, besides going to the rat picture and clicking on it. Now cut it like I showed you before. Let's make the rat look at the glow square. I showed you this animation a few seconds ago, but if you need it again, just watch the video again. Make the rat look at the smaller square for 0.5 seconds or for 20 frames. Then turn the rat back to the bigger square. After that, go 10 frames forward and add a keyframe on position 0. Then move 30 keyframes forward and add another keyframe on position to move the rat to the square, like I do. Move 5 keyframes later. Cut the video and delete the last part to make sure the rat disappears properly. Go back to your last keyframe and add a keyframe on opacity. Then go to the end of the video, or 5 keyframes forward, and reduce the opacity to 0. So, we're done with the rat. Let's make some adjustments to the squares. Choose either the smaller or larger square. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, my squares are too short, so I adapt the length for the animations. Don't get too greedy with the length, because you can cut the length anytime. So, go to your desired length, then go 15 keyframes forward and add a keyframe on position 0. Right after, move 30 keyframes forward and set X position to 0. Repeat the same process for the other square. Afterward, make a compound clip by pressing Alt plus G. One last step is to go to Animation and choose the Out Animation slide down, which lasts 0.4 seconds. Congratulations, you're done with the first element for today. Stick around for the next animations. Let's get started. Insert default text and type minus multiple times. I think 10 to 15 times should be good. Then reduce character by -5 and scroll down. After that, disable the uniform scale and set the width to 82% and the height to 176%. Next, rotate the element to -33 degrees and adjust the position. Now you need to duplicate your element. For that, you can press Alt and then drag the element up. The next step is to change the width to 232% and rotate the element to -55 degrees. As you can see, you got the main elements. Now reposition the bar to match corners and duplicate the element again. Go to the width and increase it to 259% to make the element longer. After that, rotate the element to 417 degrees and position it to form a mountain. Now you need to duplicate the short bar one more time and rotate it to 18 degrees. After that, copy one of the texts using the shortcut, Ctrl plus C. Then, select all text fields and convert to a compound clip. The next step is to paste the copied text using this shortcut, Ctrl plus V. Now, reduce the number of lines by 2 and increase character spacing to 3. Then scroll down and set the width to 134% and height to 142%. Now position the element right above the first short line and duplicate it. After that, add 4 more minuses and rotate the element to -54 degrees. Now adjust the position of the element so that it looks natural. Duplicate it again and rotate the element to 61 degrees. After that, reposition the element and create another compound clip. I also added the slide down animation for the 2 elements. You can adjust it by 0.2 seconds. Now we will add a smooth animation using position keyframes. Make a keyframe on position and move 20 frames forward. Drag the element a bit to the right. After you make this animation, we want to make it disappear smoothly. Move 20 frames forward and then go to Mask. Make a keyframe on rotation. Move 10 frames forward and rotate until lines disappear. Then select the other video. Add another keyframe on position now and move 10 frames forward. Now adjust the mask to disappear smoothly. For the last step, move 1 frame forward and cut the videos there. And again, congratulations, you made another animation. Let's move on to the last animation of this first part of the video. For the square, repeat the first motion animation technique to create a line. Here's a brief reminder of how to make it. Add some more minuses and then scroll down to deactivate the uniform scale. Increase the width to 500 and the height to 270. Now you've got your line. Reposition and repeat the whole process until you get a rectangle. After you've got your elements, create separate compound clips for each video. Then, starting with the first video, go to Mask and choose Split. Rotate it to -180 degrees and add a keyframe on position. Move 5 frames forward and drag the line to reveal the element. So, now that you've got the idea, try it for the other 3 lines. Before you start, however, you should make sure that you move each video in your timeline 3 to 4 seconds after the last keyframe. For the next step, go to your last video and cut 2 frames later. Do the same for the other videos. Take a deep breath because now it's time to get down to the real work. We will continue with the rest of the elements. For the circle, insert default text and just type a dot. Now scale it to 130% and change the color to green. Nice work. Let's duplicate it and drag it below. We will also change the second dot to white and make it a bit bigger or the green one a bit smaller. Now align so the green dot is centered. Then go to the 3 lines on the right corner and choose Export Still Frame. Make sure to enable Project Import, so the project gets automatically imported into your media. Then import the project into your timeline and delete the old circle. We'll remove the green background via chroma key. Resize and crop the circle, and you're done with the circle. Now you've got only a few lines and a smaller square. I'm pretty sure you'll get it done. If you face any issues, don't hesitate to play the video back.
One eternity later.
Let's add the scrolling effect now. It will seem pretty complicated, but if you follow my steps, you'll get it down pretty simply. Make a compound clip of all the elements you've made. Then go to In Animations and choose the Slide Up animation. The duration should be around 0.3 seconds. Place a position keyframe where the animation ends. Move 5 frames forward. But before I start with the next step, let me adjust the timeline a bit. After that, set again a keyframe on position and drag the video up a little bit. Then cut the video like I do. Now go to Out Animations and choose Fade Out for 0.3 seconds. Then duplicate the video. Place the video above the first keyframe you've made. That's all. Repeat that until you've got 3 to 4 seconds of video material. Let's adjust the last animation. Place a marker where the big square fades out. Copy the element one more time and delete the out animation. Make it as long as the video below. Now, make a compound clip of all the element animations and go to Mask. Choose Split and then drag the mask like I do. After you manage that, right-click on your mouse and choose Export Selected Clips. Now, re-import the selected video and remove the background for a clear version of it. Then delete the other video you've made before. One more time. Apply the mask again, rotate it to 180 degrees, and drag it as needed. Well, now you've got your last element for today and learned some new tricks from CAPCUT. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more motion animations, then just click on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll get a notification for the second part of this video. And don't forget to send me your animation so I can remake it for you guys. See you next time!